heard you's a pedophile, nigga. I heard you like little boys and girls, nigga.
Hell. The Oxford Dictionary defines this as a place regarded in various religions as a realm of evil and suffering, punished after death. Or in other words, where all these pedos are going. You see, horror movies can be likened to Russell Westbrook's wardrobe. You never know what blasphemy you're gonna get. From Somalian killer clowns to tweaked out Kaisen assholes. You got more options than Rod Wave has appetizers. And for this video, I had the punishment.
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Of watching them all. I'll never be the same. All of these horror villains are going to hell on a full scholarship. Fire to go! In the Epstein Files, first round pick is this offspring of Dabo.
Brother,
but hey, what you can hate, you can respect. And I respect this man's hustle. When he wakes up, there's no, my back. He's like this D1 plate eater Rick Ross. He stays on his grind. He stays on his purpose. And that's minors. Starts his morning off looking this picture of a child. I will harm you. The entire town really walked in on bro saying,
oh my god.
The flavors are melting on my tongue.
You nasty ass friend. And it was even worse in earlier screenwritings for the movie. They had him doing far worse things that I cannot even say on YouTube. Worse than just murder and kidnapping. Don't think too hard. You will regret it. Had all the kids of Elm Street on lock. You want to come outside and touch grass? Uno reverse. Now you getting touched. It got so bad he managed to force world peace. Had the entire town band together to stop him. White and black, Democrat and Republican, gay and straight. This was the greatest crossover since Glorilla in the shower. And like them internet prey catchers, they show no mercy. Lit this man up on fire. Had him hitting the Metro album cover. But not even death could stop him. Just listen to this. I know EDP taking notes. Stalks this underage girl, then waits for her to go to sleep. Now what do you think he did next? Well, if you said pulled up in her dreams and tried to derobe her by ripping off her clothes, then yes!
What's wrong with him?
But what about the time when Freddy revealed his love for feet? Hey, big bro, you just like me. Did I mention they were children feet? Bro literally had an entire one-sided love story with this underage girl. But some may argue that it wasn't him, and yes, that may be true for this movie. But that argument goes out the window when he was caught making out with said minor. I had Chris Hansen on speed dial, but Freddy is just so concussed. He'll come for the minors and leave with Chris Hansen. He's a warrior. And guys, the remake was the worst in the entire franchise. Where do I even start? Oh wait, I don't. I like to keep my channel. There are no jokes I can even make about it. It was just weird and evil, but mostly weird. The things he were doing in there, I can't even make a joke about it. Like, what the frick? What? Don't watch this movie. And it just doesn't make any sense. Freddy, you do know you have baddies in your verse that are of age, right?
No.
But really think about it. Why is he cosplaying as the smooth criminal? Coincidence? I think not. And out of all the emotes he could have selected, either the Orange Justice, the Dougie, or the Salsa was picked. This man instead decides to pick the Harlem Hump. I swear, dudes can't do nothing normal. And what makes this all worse, he's ugly. You know, a wise man once said,
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Don't try to turn up the volume. You heard that correctly. He's a freaky ass nigga. I don't know who pissed off Ed Sheeran or what went wrong at birth for Chucky to be as unhinged as he is. And where do you think he takes his anger out on? The gym? Nah. His wife? Wrong answer, Chris Brown. A minor. This man's beef with Andy rivals Lizzo's beef with exercising. There's so much I can talk about, so let's start it off with assault.
Nigga, that is rape.
Dog, die. At some point, we gotta hold the directors accountable, cause what is this? Ed Sheeran over here is so obsessed with Andy. Whenever he sees him, he's on some. I swear, if Toji got a +1 responsibility stat point for every time this man Chucky has jumped on Andy, this homeless man would be a good father. Like, bro, tell me, why was he straddling what he thought to be a 6-year-old boy? But my goat Andy hit him with the Uno reverse. The boing boing, you stupid. Like, what about the time when Chucky was on Andy's cheeks, chasing him all throughout a warehouse, but then got stuck? Quick, Chucky, what are you gonna do? Rips off his hand. That's what he's gonna do. Job's not finished. He will do anything for those minor buns. And then finally decides to leave Andy alone once he passed his expiration date.
Is this nigga serious?
And you may be saying, Crispy, he ain't a disciple of Big E, he just a hater. And to that I say, he proves you wrong when he reveals that his only requirement to hunt you down is that you must be younger than Fortnite.
This is a sick Negro.
Because when he stopped harassing Andy, he comes after. And I low-key can't tell if he's a felon or a freak. Just ask Andy's teacher, because out of everybody in that class, of course it was Chucky to give this grown woman BTA.
You've been very naughty, Miss Kettlebell.
You're a victim.
But before we go any further, let me give some honorable mentions. How about Cat in the Hat? You a pedophile. And I can't lie, at first I was low-key kind of confused about the allegations.
You serious?
But then I seen the clips, I seen the films, I seen the evidence, and I know what kind of man you are.
Something I want to show you.
Something magical and full of wonder.
He gotta be Pennywise's illegitimate son. Bro literally commits break and entry to enter this baddie's house. Still illegal, but the motives make sense. Let me finish. Let me finish. What I was going to say was, I'ma have to slide. But then we find out he ain't come for no baddie. He came for the children. Minors! Cat in the Hat is in my top horror movies because imagine you're chilling at home and you see this, dumping the entire clip on bro. And after this video, we gotta talk about all the idiots in horror movies because in 4 seconds, he went from a literal intruder to being gang after just shaking some cheeks. Yo, you horny mutts are a waste of sperm. And I just know Pennywise watching this straight pressed.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Bro literally has his own personal lawyers on payroll to protect him from his nefarious acts. He said it himself.
Okay, they're my lawyers. Liability issues, litigious society, frivolous lawsuits, you understand.
Then pulls out a contract for them to sign. And when he read the terms and conditions, I was like, bruh.
Basically, this contract guarantees you can have all the fun you want and nothing bad's ever gonna happen.
Big fella.
Boy, if you don't look how he's yearning for them to sign. Oh, the things I wanna do to you. Y'all better read the fine print. This is the same way that Diddy got Meek Mill. And can we talk about how his helpers are literally 2 children who he keeps in a box? And to end off this blasphemy, he flashes them. And let's quickly talk about the Barbarian because this movie makes me uncomfortable. This is Alabama's final boss. Bro was kidnapping and conducting a villager breeding factory underground, with him being the only man. Put 2 and 2 together. He's a freaky nigga. And you know, the more I thought about it, I finally decided the second worst felon on this list. It's y'all.
What is it me for?
Yes, you. Every single time I read my comment section, there is a 50% chance I leave scarred.
Oh my god.
And what makes it worse is how creative some of you guys are. Not even just in my comment section, but the entire internet. Why? And just know God is watching. He got you reserved VIP seats behind Big E. I just know Ultron got scarred when he scoured the entire internet. And decided the only answer was global extinction. Or how about Vecna, who was kidnapping children? Because in his words, they're easier to control.
What do you mean by that?
Nah, we putting this man on trial. This case gonna be a slam dunk. Your Honor, here today I have overwhelming proof that this man here is a pedophile.
Such great claims, defendant. What is your response? Valid point. Prosecutor, you may respond.
What in the... Just watch the film.
I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Hey! Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Due to the extreme and violent nature of this crime, this court finds it fitting to try the defendant as an African American.
And you know what? Get this man E.T. on this list. This man gaslighted these kids into a 5-star heist, helping him escape from the law for charges most likely involving minors. Pulled up on Elliot, butt booty naked. This walking tumor talking about some E.T. wants to go home. Yeah. No, E.T. wants to escape the consequences of his actions. But you may be asking Crispy, how can he possibly be capable of this? Well, he's 4'10", can't speak, can barely walk, and looks like a vegetable, and is built like somebody's auntie. Steve Hawkins, take off the bodysuit. We know it's you. We know you was hitting wheelies at the Epstein Island. And bro, E.T. really got that broke, toxic boyfriend levels of gaslighting. Listen to the lies he got these kids believing.
You can't tell. Not even Mom. Why not? Because, grown-ups can't see them. Only little kids can see them.
And I don't think this gets talked about enough, but Bev's father had to go. This man was being a creep to his own daughter, brother. Ugh. Like, bro, what possibly could have prompted you to go nose deep in your daughter's hair?
You're weird.
Straight palming her head, no Michael Jordan. And the real horror of this movie is that Pennywise ain't real, but dudes like him are. But bro,
Got his ass.
in the scene where she rearranged his brain, I was in that hold like, yeah! Hey, one more time, he's still awake. Yeah! Pennywise, I have 4 words for you. You should kill yourself now! The RICO case I have against Pennywise is bigger than his forehead. In chapter 2, bro was salivating over the very thought of preschool buns. Look at this! Not even Ice Spice could have me moving like this. Hey look, there go Lotto and Ice Spice! Where? Okay, I may have lied. And it didn't stop here. This Diddy disciple starts following his pred instincts like a good boy. Bro's inner Epstein was in his ear talking about some Simon Says capture the minor.
Yes, master.
Guys, you think Big E's island was bad? Well, Pennywise had his own Epstein Island on wheels. What about the time when he restrained Lily, tentacle in mouth, and the next thing was his tongue?
This is a sick Negro.
Somebody give this man 6 life sentences in a cell with a booty warrior. And don't forget how bro was moving when he was let out on school grounds. Thank God the coast is clear. Hey, little bro. Yo, what the frick? You spying on the freshmen too?
Oh my God.
You got room for one more? Dog, ain't you 30? You can call dibs. Anyone that passes a school zone looking like this must be dealt with. And bro was dragging kids by their hands and feet into his Diddy party. And while we're here, let's talk about this man's crib.
Disgusting!
Bro got the audacity to be broke and a pred. Pick a sin. He's splitting the rent with Master Splinter, talking about some...
Nothing like saltwater soup. And I got sugar water for dessert. I'm going all out tonight.
And guys, this dude was always breaking into some kid's house. Like, dog.
Hello?
Who let you in my house? No place was safe. And remember in Welcome to Derry where he lured this girl into the basement. Then when he saw that she brought a friend who wasn't under the age of consent, this man fell down to his knees. Dog. Perish. And there's one thing that he keeps on saying that just pisses me off.
You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
And guys, we gotta start doing Pennywise the same way they were doing women back in the early 1900s. We taking away his rights, preferably freedom of speech. Cause just listen to him.
Listen, please.
Dog meat tastes twice as sweet.
Nah. We gotta start holding people accountable. First, the characters. Y'all be asking to get cooked. I know they're kids, but look! Some of these victims were down to their last 2 brain cells. Not even my mom could slap sense into them. Like my brother, you see the sewers. You know kids are going missing. And your brain somehow conjures the thought of, let me just go right in.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot.
Nah, you know what? I take this back. We gotta stop blaming the characters. There's an obvious culprit to all of this. I'm looking at you, directors and authors. They're the ones that are behind all of this. Every thought, every word spoken, every action was them. The fact that they even thought of this stuff should put them on the watch list. I'm about to pull up to that studio and slap somebody. Nah, bump this, bump horror movies.
Fire me. F this whole organization. I'm gone.